Hear the story of my life, heartaches and pain, weeping at night and laughing at dawn.
Sharing my joy, victories and hope. A brighter day has come. It's for you and for me.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Kayanja show. We bring you real life stories of people who have weathered the storms of life and have decided to share with us their trials and their triumphs. And today's topic, the male gold digger, the proverbial mukuzi. When we were growing up, we were told that it was only the ladies who wanted to cash in on a relationship. But what about if it is your man who has put a syringe in you and is siphoning the gold, siphoning the silver, siphoning your efforts? Our parents used to say to us, when in a relationship, keep your legs closed. Now we are saying to our daughters, keep your handbag closed. Welcome today's guest. We are honored to have you here.
Thank you so much, Pastor Jessica. I'm
Wow.
so humbled. It means a lot to be here. Thank you so much.
And you look amazing. I love your hairstyle. I just love the corporate look.
Wow, thank you so much.
You look stunning.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much.
What are your names?
My name is Gloria Owach. I'm a professional chef.
Wow.
Yeah, specialized in continental cuisines.
So what foods do you do?
Majorly, I get major orders Asian.
Wow.
Asian
So
foods, yeah.
You do the biryanis,
Yeah,
the
different
tandooris,
flavors of biryanis,
Wow.
tandooris,
Chicken tikka masala.
Yes.
Wow.
Name
wow.
it,
I'm going
focus.
to be your guest one of these days.
Oh my God, that would be great. That would be great.
Tell us about this man.
Oh my God. Yeah, so one chilly evening, it was a youth gathering. I was out with my girlfriends. In then times, yeah, we were having a good time, and then out of the blue, a certain young man approaches us. He looked masculine, well built. He was highly educated. He expressed himself so eloquently. I mean, he was dressed to kill in a corporate look.
Wow.
You know?
And I'm told they come looking like they're going to give you $1 million, but they're actually expecting $1 million from
yes.
you. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he seemed to love God. So to me, that was like just the icing on the cake. And he seemed to be every girl's dream man. So he requests my friends that he needed to have a word with me. You know what they say, that when you see the one, when you see the one, you feel the butterflies in your stomach. Now to me, my heart skipped a beat. Yeah, I mean, he was breathtakingly handsome, you know, romantic. Oh my God. So he just swept me off my feet. So you can just imagine, for me, it was love at first sight. Yes, it was love at first sight. So he pulls me aside. He's like, you know what, I'm into you. I like you, but I would love you to turn into love. I would love us to date. It was like, how do you see it?
And you're thinking, this very handsome, well-groomed man just for me.
Just for me. I mean, I was like, really? Me? I was like, okay, why not? I mean, I was already in love at first sight.
Wow.
Yes, love
Wow.
at first sight. Yeah, so
Because of how he presented himself.
how he presented himself, corporate look. And at that time, I was also a corporate girl.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, and he found me at the stage where I was a young girl of age. I
Yes.
was believing God also to settle down one day with
Yes,
a
and-
handsome young man.
Okay.
I mean, just like him, you know,
Wow, wow.
because he possessed some of the qualities that I needed from a young man.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So he pulls me aside. He tells me, I like you.
Wow.
But there was a but. Then my heart skipped a bit. I was like, yeah, I listened so quietly. I gave him my ears. I was like, yeah, my ears are all yours. So I listened to him. He's like, I'm into you. I want us to move into
Wow.
a relationship.
Wow. And I thought to myself, how lucky How lucky can I get?
I think within me, I was like, this is my day. This is it. I'm good to go. Let's do this. You have me. Let's do this.
Wow.
So he was like, yeah, but I'm caught in between jobs. I'm in between jobs.
I'm in between jobs.
Yes.
Okay, that's a red flag.
Yeah, a red flag. But at that time, to me, it wasn't.
course
Remember, I
not.
was head over heels. You know,
Oh,
I
okay.
was already in love, and I was naive, but I didn't know. You know, so he tells me he lost a job. He was in between jobs. He lost his job, and he was looking around for another job.
Okay.
So to me, that wasn't a big deal. Remember, I was a corporate girl. I was earning some good salary. I was owning an apartment, not owning, but renting an apartment at that time. So I mean, I was doing financially well. Yeah, much as I had some responsibilities aside, like my siblings, because my mom had passed, at that time she had passed on, but my dad was still alive. So that entailed me to give a hand to my dad. But yeah, at that time.
Because I understand that, you know, in the world of gold diggers, I'm in between jobs. It simply means give me some money.
Yes, give me some
Because
money.
you have it and I don't.
Yes. So I think him telling me that he doesn't have a job, he was trying to prepare himself at the process where he was going to start asking for money, siphon money from me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So at what point does he begin to extort?
You
money
won't,
from
you won't believe it, Pastor Jessica. It was too soon. Can you imagine? It was just 2 months down the road.
Okay.
2 months down the road, he's somewhere in town. I received this phone call out of the blue. Looking at it, it's from my new catch, you know,
Yes.
the man I love. Of course, I'm excited. I'm like, yes, baby, talk to me. What is it? It's like, yeah, honey, where are you? How are you? Like, I'm fine. Well, what's going on? You know, one thing leads to another in a conversation. So he's like, is there a way you could send me airtime? I was like, only airtime?
Yeah, that
I
seems
mean,
perfectly normal.
yeah,
you know?
how much? It would be like 10, 20K. I was like, cool. You know, because for me, I'd already envisioned myself, you know, walking down the aisle in this classic vintage gown with him,
Yes.
you know.
So the moment he came and appeared to show affection,
Yes.
you were already looking 10 years ahead.
Back
you were
down.
looking at a beautiful wedding. You are Mrs. So-and-so. You have children, and I think that is where we the women go wrong.
Yes.
The men's mind, thought process is totally different. They can compartmentalize things. Money does not mean marriage, does not mean love, all of them are in different boxes in their brains. Whereas for us, going out is actually marriage,
Yeah.
then it is and sharing money
Yes,
is a future together.
Yeah.
And I know that they can prey on
mean,
on our vulnerable thought process.
Exactly. And remember, I didn't see him as a gold digger initially because
Yes, of
remember, he
course.
had the attributes of
A corporate person.
A corporate person,
Yes.
a gentleman, you know, a
Yes.
presentable young man. So I didn't see that picture in him.
So at what point did he begin to extort money? And okay, you said he
Yeah.
began with sending you airtime.
Yeah, send
and
me airtime. I was like, cool. Only airtime, I can do that. I mean, I'm seeing us going very far
Yes.
beyond this. So
Okay.
I send airtime. The next time is like, hey, baby, I'm in town. Is there a way you could send me some transport? Because as
So
you know,
it went from airtime to transport.
yes, to transport you
Because
as
he needs to move.
yeah, as you know, not just moving, just moving. Remember, he's like, you know, I'm jobless.
Okay.
I'm jobless. I'm in town hunting for jobs.
Okay,
Yeah, from
alright.
one place to another, and I'm kind of tired of moving. You know?
And that seems perfectly
yeah,
normal.
and I want to reach my interview when I'm fresh. So
Wow.
Yeah, I want to smell nice. You know, so I could get his point before you could.
He
go
wants
far.
to smell nice. So
Exactly.
It needs to be a border.
Yes,
I mean, it needs to be
a border or a taxi.
No, it can't be a border. It has to be a taxi.
Exactly.
It has to be a, you know, an Uber. Because he needs to smell nice.
Yeah, he needs to smell nice. He needs to be presentable. I mean, he was hunting jobs in the corporate sectors.
Okay.
Yes.
But did you ever get to find out whether he was really looking for those jobs?
I think, Pastor Jessica, at that time I was so naive. I was just, you know.
So you would just sit at your office and send airtime and send transport?
Okay. I initially trusted him that much.
Yes, I know.
So I just gave out. I was like, yeah, this has just started.
Okay.
I don't think he can do anything harmful. So I
Okay.
could send airtime, transport. Sometimes it would be like, I'm in town, just send me some money for some errands. I send that.
Errands?
Yeah, I mean to run errands.
He would not
within
tell you
town.
what errands he was running.
He
So you
wouldn't.
were sending him some miscellaneous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Okay,
I would.
lunch.
Lunch.
Okay.
No, lunch he would rarely ask.
But of course, if he says running errands, what errands was he running?
I wouldn't
Okay.
know. Anyway, I
Alright.
wouldn't know because I would be at office or I would be in town minding my business, you know, concerning my work. So I wouldn't know anyway.
Okay, now airtime, then transport.
Then
and-
transport, then, you know, since he was not working, I wanted to maintain the other initial look he gave me. You know, I'm a PDA person. I love to...
the initial
initial presentation.
So you realized that even though he had come to you dressed corporate,
Yes.
he did not have an array of such outfits.
Exactly.
Okay, so there was no continuity.
Exactly. And
When
I want...
the first time he came to you, you know, because you know it's a job, like gold diggers, they know how to present themselves. So he probably has a suit for that job.
Actually, I thought he had a bit more, but with time I noticed he didn't
Oh,
have.
okay, so you noticed that those clothes, you know, that he had approached, there was no continuity, and you
No
wanted,
continuity, was repeating what he could wear.
Okay, so now you
Yes.
wanted to maintain.
So
the
I wanted
corporate
to
look.
maintain the corporate look.
You wanted to see to be this corporate girl who had a corporate man.
Exactly.
So yeah, so now what did you
Exactly.
begin to do?
So I started buying him. I went beyond, by the way, on that. I went beyond my means. I went beyond my
Yes,
means
yeah.
because
You would actually
I
started
mean
borrowing.
those branded clothes are expensive.
Oh, you started buying him branded
Yes,
clothes.
branded shirts, branded trousers, branded suits. I mean, I wanted him to fit within my taste. You know, I'm a PDA person, public display of affection. So I want to display my affection to him in public when he's presentable.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So you
in
wanted
case
them
we
to say
bump
this-
into my boss just like that, it will be like, yeah, I mean, you have a good company around you. You're good to
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So now it's first it's the airtime, then it's the transport.
Yeah.
Then it's, you know,
It's
I
the
need some more
transport.
clothes,
At
branded
some
clothes.
point, interestingly, Pastor Jessica, this is so hilarious. This is so hilarious. At some point, he was like, hey, sweetheart, is there a way you could, at that point, he was hesitant. He was like, is there a way you could send me some money for my rent? So in my head, I had a big question mark. I was like, your rent? I was like, why? What happened? It was like, well, you know, the young men I'm co-renting with that failed to raise the money, and as you know, I'm not working, and the landlord is threatening to chase us out of the house. So is there a way you could borrow me this specific amount of money? I was like, how much? He was like, money like for 6 months. I was like,
Rent for 6 months.
yes. I was like, hold it, 6 months. He was like, yeah, no, don't worry. I'll send it back with time. When I start working, I'll send it. I was like,
That's
cool.
a high maintenance man.
Oh my God.
Because you know he's making big demands.
Big demand.
Yes.
So
rent for 6 months.
Yeah,
When I was renting, I didn't pay rent for 6 months. You know,
mommy, remember this.
I would
Jessica-
bargain to pay for just 1 month, and
Pastor
here
Jessica-
is someone asking you to pay for 6 months.
Yes,
so that
6
he's
months,
covered.
6 months, and remember, he had already told me he would pay back. So
Okay.
I trusted him. You know, I believed he would pay back when he
So
got
you
the money.
went and borrowed the 6 month rent, or you could afford it.
At that time, I borrowed some of it.
Oh, okay,
Like
all right.
like 30% of it.
Oh, okay,
Remember,
and
I
then
had
you
something
just-
in my account. You know,
Wow.
yeah. So I
Wow.
combined together. I gave him the money.
So
But
you
then
rented
with-
for him and his friends.
Yes, and his
Okay.
friends. And with
Okay.
time, I wait for the money. Nothing is coming.
Wow.
Nothing is coming. All in vain. So I decided to quit that. Yeah. At some point, I would be like, you know what? Is there a way you would also pamper me? You know, I want to feel like a queen. I want to be spoiled.
Did you go out for dates and?
Yeah, we could go out for dates, but even on those dates, I would find that I was the one paying the bills. Yeah, but prior to that, sometimes I could tell him that before going, is there a way? Because I was trying to put it in his mind that much as you're not working, you still have to play a part of, you know, a provider, being the provider into my life. So I was like, is there a way you could pay 50%? I also pay 50%, you know, for the bill when we've gone out. He was like, cool, I'll figure out what to do. But then
So wait a minute. I want our audience to hear this.
Yeah.
So you tell this guy, which is a very noble thing for a decent young girl to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I'm going to bring 50%. You know, I'm not expecting you to just take me out. And
I
feed me.
didn't want.
I'm bringing 50%.
Yes.
And you will bring 50% at the debt.
Yes.
We are going to share the
We
bill.
are going to share the bill.
Okay, so now go ahead. Then you get to the
We
debt.
agree on that. We get to the date. I mean, we are giggling. We are cuddling. I mean, we are in love. You know,
Yes.
a young couple in love. Then, boom, the bill comes.
So you get to the debt,
Yes.
you enjoy yourself,
We
you
enjoy
eat,
ourselves. We eat.
and then the bill comes.
Yeah, the bill comes.
And
The waiter-
remember, you had agreed 50-50.
50-50,
Yes.
the waiter is there, so you're like, yeah, you promised something. That's when you see him giving you signals. I didn't make it. You know, he whispers because he doesn't want the waiter to know, you know, or he gives
After
you.
you have all eaten, he hasn't
Yes.
told you, I didn't come with the 50%.
Yes.
He lets you have the meal.
But remember, in the back of my mind, I also know he's not working. He might not have, you know, the 50%. Maybe he might have 30%. So I come with a specific amount of money, which is a bit bigger within. I come ready to go.
So when he begins to tell you, I didn't bring my part, you pay.
Of course, as a human being, I'm triggered to maybe to lose it. You're like, why don't you keep your word? Why don't you be a man of your word? But then, you know, the waiter is standing there. I try to be a lady. I don't want to embarrass him. So I find myself paying the bill.
So you
I would
find
pay the
yourself paying
bill. Go for the
not
movies.
just once.
Yeah, not just once. You go for the movies, the same story
The
happens.
same story, I don't have any money.
Yes.
Okay, and he didn't tell you that before you
Yeah,
got
and
to
at
a
that
place.
time I didn't want to lose him. Even when we had heated arguments, he would make me feel less of a woman. He would belittle me. He would be like, you know what? You know, with this relationship, without me, I don't think your dream of a happily ever after will come to a realization.
Yes, that is very characteristic of male gold diggers. I hope somebody is watching. I hope someone is learning something. They will come to you dressed like $1 million, but they are actually expecting $1 million from you. The debts will be financed by you, and she paid a lot more than just debts. We will be right back after this break.
It's for you and for me.
Hey, thank you so much for taking the time to view us. Please do subscribe to my YouTube page. The name is Pastor Jessica Kayanja, and do press the notification button for further updates. Stay tuned for the next upload.
For you and for me.
Gloria, thank you so much for agreeing to share your story with us.
Thank you so much.
For those of you who have just joined us, the topic for today is the male gold digger, the proverbial mukuzi, the man who siphons silver, gold, property out of a woman. Thank you for joining us. So he tells you if you ever lose him,
Yeah.
you might have to forget about walking down the aisle.
Yes, walking down the aisle. Yeah, so I took him to my apartment, things go missing, then out of the blue, maybe one
Wait,
day.
things go missing?
Yes.
You tell me about that.
Yeah,
He comes to your apartment?
He comes to my apartment. It happened that he was the only one visiting because according to the kind of work I was doing, I could come back late. I was busy Monday to Monday. So it was difficult for my girlfriends to, you know, their timings to rhyme with my time. So I could fix only, you know, meetings with him. So my earrings go missing, a pair of shoes goes missing. But then in my heart I was like, he's a man. He doesn't wear earrings. He doesn't put on
wear earrings,
heels.
he doesn't wear shoes.
What's going on? I don't have other visitors coming on, you know, in my apartment. But then one day we happened to move with him on the street, and then we bump into one of his lady friends, and she's wearing the earrings that are similar to mine. To
the ones you lost?
Yeah, the one I lost.
So he was stealing from you to give his...
Yes, to give his dream girls.
His dream girls.
Yes.
Now that's another characteristic of gold digger. When you're spending money on him, he's also spending it on someone else.
Yeah, remember he was trying to show class to those girls. He was not earning, so he had to steal the best from me. Yeah.
So he was stealing from you to impress the young ladies.
To impress the other girls he fell in love with.
Wow, wow.
Then another time we bump into this other lady, and she's putting on a pair of shoes that went missing in my room. Okay.
You bump into another lady friend of his,
yes,
and she's wearing your shoes.
Yeah, and they weren't aware that those things belong to me. They could confidently come and say hello, because I think they also thought I was just his friend. You know?
They thought they were the girlfriends,
yeah.
and you were his friend.
And he would never introduce us to each other. He would be like, oh, hi, we are in a hurry. Yeah, we don't have time for, you know, yeah, like chit-chatting. We'll see you later. And I think that it hit my mind that he was also nervous. Maybe he would be like, maybe I'll recognize the earrings and the shoes and, you know, pop many questions. You know?
That's a very low down.
Yeah, low down.
I mean, they come in all forms, but that is really,
yes,
that's really low down.
Yeah, at some point I asked him, why are you taking things from my, you know, my room and giving them out to other people? He was like, what are you talking about? Look around your house, you know. I don't wear earrings, you know. So I just kept it cool. I was like, let's go on. But then it happens that I've showed him to all my girlfriends. I've told my auntie days, and I had an auntie who was so close to me in the UK. I told her about him, and he's not introducing me to any of his family members. I don't know his roots. I don't know where he comes from. So I pop a question. I'm like, 3.5 years down the road, I don't know anyone from your home. I mean, where do you come from? When are you taking me? When are you introducing me officially as, you know, your future wife to be? You know, he's like, his reaction was cold. It was cold. He was like, I can take you, but you know, I'm not financially well. So that means you have to fund this, you know. You have to fund what? You have to foot the bills. We can't go empty-handed. You have to foot the bill for the gifts that we are taking.
Oh, he wanted you to introduce you to his father. To
his family.
And but he wanted you to buy gifts to take.
Yes, and in large numbers, presentable, of good quality, well wrapped, but financed by me.
If you wanted to be introduced to the family.
Yes. To him, I think to him I looked desperate, you know?
Yes, I think you were also giving some desperate vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, desperate vibes. Because at that point, I felt like maybe anytime he might pop the question. Maybe when we go to his family, he might go down on his knee and be like, will you marry me? Yeah.
But you had instigated, you know, anyway. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm like, how about you pay the bill? He was like, look here, you've been investing in me. You know, you marketed me. There's competition around. So indirectly he was trying,
He says there's competition around the other women who want to take
indirectly
him,
he was
take him to their parents.
Yeah.
So there is no reason why you don't pay the bill.
Yeah, indirectly that's what he was
telling. Because you are the
telling
lucky person, the lucky girl. Okay, so fast forward now, you are going to visit your future in-laws.
Yes. I give myself into buying the gifts. What to do? I want to know where my future husband is coming from, and I want to be received like my future in-laws.
And you know, what was the quantity of?
As many as could fill the pickup. As many gifts, yeah. Neyanjula indirectly.
Oh my goodness.
Indirectly.
So you bought gifts?
I buy gifts.
You
wrap them nicely.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I want to maintain, you know, I want to create, you know, that good first impression.
Yes.
You know, I want to be, you know, received well, loved back. I mean, I've loved their son.
So you buy a pickup full of gifts?
Yes.
Because you have asked,
like those they take for Kuchala for other girls' side.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Where Charira? Where Angela?
Neyanjula, indirectly.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So we go there.
So you drive.
The day comes.
And how did you dress?
I was dressed to kill, but decently.
Wow,
you know,
wow,
you know,
wow.
decently, because
so you really look like somebody who was. Like,
yes, I was presentable.
Onakuchal.
I was, you know, I was presentable.
Wow.
I was presentable.
So now you get there.
Yeah, I get there. They see this sophisticated young woman coming, but reaching there, there was nothing like soft music or welcoming music. I expected to see at least most of his siblings and his people
No
there.
kalulu.
Yeah, no kalulu, because he told me, he told them the program initially, you know. So we reach the father,
and
yeah, my father-in-law to be. You know, in Uganda we have that traditional outfit that the
yes,
father is.
when they are bringing
yes,
the
the
daughter
kanzu. He's not putting on the kanzu. He's putting
there is
on
basically there's nothing.
there
at
is
the home.
nothing. I don't even smell the aroma from the kitchen of the nice food that is
They
being
hadn't
cooked.
even cooked food.
No.
And here you are with your pickup.
No, and you know, remember I had
stuff.
come, you know, overjoyed, I'm bubbly, I'm smiling from ear to ear, but I froze when I reached there. I froze.
I'm sorry. I'm
Just
laughing.
know I
Yes,
froze
I'm
because
sorry.
I mean the reaction, the welcoming part of it was.
Yeah, but it's a
too cold.
testimony now.
Yeah.
When it's past, but it's,
Yeah.
it's so you get there, you have this pickup full, and you've wrapped the gifts.
I
like
mean,
a
I look
kuchala.
back. I look back at the gifts. I see the investment I've put in. You know,
Yeah,
the
I
amount
know,
of
I
money,
understand.
my
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
the passion, and they're showing me nothing.
Yes.
No interest. You
Yeah,
understand?
They probably didn't know what you had. I mean, the parents probably didn't know what you had put in.
At the back of my mind, I was very sure their son had told them.
Okay, or I
We are
know, I
coming.
understand.
We are coming.
That you are coming.
Yes. Now, after that, welcome me. I'm expecting this young man, my future husband, to say, you know, Baba Zadde Tule say, you know, we've brought gifts. But he said, I bought these things, you know.
Daddy
Mbalete
Mbalete
Day.
So he owned the gifts you had
Yes.
bought.
Yeah, that's when it clicked to me that
Now,
this relationship.
I want us to go back to where there is no music, there are no guests.
Yeah.
You have come with your decoration, you pick up full
well
of,
decorated gifts.
yes,
Yeah.
Ozekwe and Juna with the well decorated gifts. You know you are coming in for a traditional ceremony.
Yes.
They are going to see
A simple traditional
ceremony. Yeah, they're going to see the
because we are-
Mukamwana.
yes.
And there is no one at the house except
there's
the father.
The father and two siblings. And
No, the father was the only adult.
yeah, he was the only adult.
Oh
And at some point, I'd started doubting whether these are real siblings. But one of them, they had a strong similarity. They looked alike.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, now these are siblings.
Wow.
So I received a cold reaction. We come back. We were meant to go out to celebrate our win. I mean, the first visit to his family. But then, due to the disappointment, I told him, let's go to my apartment. So reaching there, I asked him, what next now? I'm like, are we going to visit my parents? He's like, yes, but still you're the one to fund. I was like, no, this is where
He
it has
says
to
if we
end.
visit your parents,
Yes.
you have to fund it
You
as
have
well.
to fund it as well. I was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. This ends here. I'm done. But then when he realizes that I've given up, I've surrendered.
So what did he tell you when you were saying, I'm quitting? What did he say?
He gave me a cold shoulder, but then later he broke into my house. He broke into my apartment when he realized that now it's over. I've made up my mind. I'm tired of the investing and I'm receiving nothing, you know, and I'm seeing only lies from his side. Like, I'm not getting the picture he presented in the beginning, you know, and he seems to have failed to get a job for himself. Yeah, so I get fed up. I'm like, you know what, let's call it
So
quits.
he didn't say try harder or...
He said, you know what, I think that, yeah, I remember that's when he said, like, you know what, if you really want this relationship to move forward, you have to keep on doing what you're doing, investing in me. Otherwise, there's a lot of competition out there. You've been marketing me.
already, okay,
Yeah,
all right.
you've been marketing me, so don't think you're the only one around.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, that's when I realized I have to make a U-turn. I have to
I
call it
hope the
quits.
young ladies that are watching are learning a lot. And I think we women have to teach our sons to be men. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
It's a paradox because, you know, the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son. You know, loving is giving, but there are times when giving becomes abuse.
Yeah.
And I feel that any girl who feels that they must buy love, they must buy affection, already has some kind of low self-esteem, because you are very intelligent.
Yeah,
you're
I was very
beautiful.
intelligent.
You
I was
have a lot
doing well.
more to offer
Exactly.
than your money. I can
Exactly.
give you advice on how to do the
Yeah,
business.
at certain scenarios, he even tried to have sex with me, but I refused.
Yeah.
I refused because I knew my values.
Yeah.
Due to the
Why
the
does
core
it have
values
to
I had.
narrow down to, you know, to money? Now, the testimony is, Gloria, that you met a wonderful man
Yeah.
who later became your husband,
Yeah.
Mr. Owe,
Mr. Owach.
or Mr. Owat.
Yeah.
And you have 2 beautiful children.
We have 2 beautiful children. I mean, God gave me way beyond what I expected.
So when he came, did he ever intimate, I want some money?
No, I still put my foot down. I said no to sex before marriage.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, remember that accumulated a lot from me already. So I was
Yes.
like, no, this time around, if you're not investing in me, I'm not moving forward with any relationship. So he treated me like a lady. He made me feel the way I want to feel, you know, like a queen. Yeah, he took on the outings, like things, the way I wanted things. He was the one footing the bills, even the entire wedding bill. Yeah, he's the one he's the only one who footed it.
Should we conclude? Should we say, if a man really loves you and wants to marry you, he can love you without looking at what he's going to get from you?
Yes, he can love you with or without your faults.
With or without your financial inputs.
Even, yeah.
Because
even,
he married you,
yeah.
and you had not invested anything.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
So you did not buy his love with money.
I did not buy his love. He was so good to me. He gave me into that relationship. He made me feel the way I wanted to feel. I mean, it is way beyond. Yeah.
He was the opposite of the gold digger.
Yes, he's the opposite.
Because
of
there
the
are girls
gold
who have been through gold diggers and they feel that this is the way to go. And it is competition after competition after competition.
Yes.
But when you have to come out of something like that and you meet a wonderful, amazing man, you prayed, didn't you?
Yeah, I prayed.
You were a woman of faith.
I prayed, and I think that the thing that was missing in my mind, I was not waiting for God's timing. Yes, I prayed, but I was rushing things. Yeah, but when time came and I gave up, I waited for God's timing. I get way beyond what I expected. I mean, he's a handsome young man. God, I mean, he loves God. He takes care of us. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it.
It's a dream come true.
It's a dream come true. I got my happily ever after.
So, Gloria, do you have any closing remarks and lessons learned from this?
Yes, I do. Remember, I invested my time and money into this relationship, into buying love unknowingly, and I didn't get the love that I expected back. So I would close by telling the young people, the young ladies out there, and those who want to search, to keep on searching for their prospective husband, never be manipulated into buying love. Love does not, money does not buy love. Believe God, pray to God, believe for God's timing, the right person will come to you. The way you want him, your dream husband will come to you.
Wow,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Gloria. That is really touching.
Yeah.
For those of you who have watched us today, even the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Jesus expected each and every one of us to have some kind of self-love. And if you have self-love, you will not let anybody walk all over you. You will not let anybody abuse you. You will not let anyone extort you. Believe God for the man of your dreams, and remember to have self-love. Self-love creates confidence. Self-love creates self-respect.
Yeah.
And self-love gives you a very healthy self-esteem. Thank you so much for watching us. This is all we have time for today. Do tune in for our next episode. Bye. I'm so sorry. That's all we could do for today. I do wish we had more time, but remember, it's a weekly program, so please do stay tuned for the next upload. I love you. I'll be praying for you, and bye.